Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kush, but you already know that. I got y'all some Black Ops gameplay, but that's not what I'm going to be talking about. The only thing I'm going to tell you is that I had to cut down the video to be able to talk over it because domination is way too long, because you have to switch sides, blah blah blah. That's the reason it's so short. But let's get to the topic at hand. December 21st, 2012 is the new topic that has come out. I mean, they've been talking about this for almost a year now. I remember doing a video about it before. But that's the date that everybody thinks the world's going to end. And is that really the date? Yes and no. And the reason I say yes is because nobody knows when that day is actually going to come. If you're a believer in the Bible, then in the Bible it says, Matthew 24:36, no man knows that day or hour, not the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Now, the reason I say no is because I don't think that that is the date that the world is going to end. But the things that people bring up is the Mayan calendar, saying that the Mayan calendar ends on this certain date, and since the Mayans predicted so many things, that's the day that the world is going to end. And I don't know where these people get this information. For one, the Mayan calendar doesn't end, it restarts, just like our calendar. Their calendar just happens to be longer than our calendar by like 100+ years or something like that. They have a really long calendar. It's called the long count, and their calendar restarts just like ours. So I don't know where people get that information. And also, Mayan elders have come out and said that's not the date that the world's going to end. That's not what their calendar is about. But for some reason, people still use that as their way of saying that that's when the world's going to end. I don't know where they get that information. Also, people say that because of the crazy weather that we have, that's a sign of the times, because the weather is so crazy. The weather is actually not that crazy. The reason that it seems like it is because news has become so 24/7 that when something happens, like a hurricane or earthquake, just a big storm or something, it's gonna be on the news, because news sells, and news places or news media will come up with anything they can that they can find to make money. So they will put it out there, no matter what it is, no matter how insignificant it could be. The news will put it on there because news sells, and that's the reason you see things like that so much nowadays, because the way news has become so 24/7 that whenever something happens, like a tornado or something like that, or hurricanes and stuff, you hear about it a lot more than you used to. And then another thing is global warming. That's climate change. That I don't really think that has anything to do with the world actually ending. I don't know where people come up with that. And the other thing is that some planet is going to come and hit the Earth, or some asteroid is going to come hit the Earth. I think they called the planet Nibiru or something retarded like that. There's no such thing as Nibiru, so I don't know where those people came up with that. But if an asteroid or a planet was to come try to hit the Earth, people would see it. Not only NASA would see it, and people will say, oh, well, NASA's paid by the government, so they wouldn't tell us. Okay, well, there's tons of people that have high-powered enough telescopes that don't work for NASA that would see it before it actually hit or anything like that, or before it ever came towards the Earth, and they would be able to tell people about it. And then people said, oh, if it's an invisible planet, that's pretty outrageous for it to be invisible, but they still have means of seeing it without actually having to see it through a telescope. There would be changes in the solar system and things like that. So I just can't get into the doomsday hype that people get into. I don't know. I feel like it's just a scheme to make up money. I mean, look at the History Channel. They're doing a 21 days or 21 doomsday 21 days or something like that. It's just an easy way to make money. So I don't get into the hype. You shouldn't either. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will see you later. OG Kush, I am out. Peace.